Hello, everybody. Welcome. There we go. So happy to see you guys. What is going on? There we go. Crazy hairstyle we got going on. How is everybody? If you do not see the live sign above, it means we are no longer live. You need to like and follow my page in order to see it. If not, we are live now. Let's see. I was trying to see if I could share myself in a different way, but I don't think it's going to let me. When you come on in and say hi. We are going to do some readings today. Happy Wednesday. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. It's already the middle of the week. A couple more days till Friday, which I still can't believe. How is everybody doing today? You guys, let me know how everybody's doing. All right, I wanted to see if there was an easier way to share, more options. Share to a group. Maybe there's not gonna be. Well then, I was hoping. Well, I guess that's not gonna work. I thought it would be easier. Hi, Miss Darlene. How are you? Hi, Miss Linda. Hi, Miss Crystal. Welcome, everybody. So we are doing $20 mediumships and $15 tarot card readings. If you donate, let me know. I did learn, since I had to do readings in my living room the last week, I did learn that my internet, I don't understand why it was better in the living room than it is in here. And the living room is really not that far, so there is a bit of delay. I don't know if it's just the house or what it is. I have not quite figured it out, but just let me know if you donate. And I will make sure that we get your reading done. I'm just making sure I'm not missing anything. Nope. Okay. Sometimes things pop up and I miss them. How are you guys? How was your guys' week? Can you believe April's almost over? Oh my gosh. This is our last week of April. Isn't it crazy? Today marks, or at least for my kids, I believe, they have 1 month left of school. And I'm just amazed. I can't believe. And I'm so sad because Isabel's going to be a big girl. She's going to be a first grader. She gets to move to the graders. Oh, I just feel like they just started school and now it's over. I feel like it always does that. It's always like, oh, it's the first day, and then it's the last. Does anybody else feel that way? I always feel like I just dropped my kids off for the first day. And now knowing that it's their last day or their last month, I'm just like, oh my goodness. I got you, Miss Crystal. Miss Crystal, is there anything that you want your reading on or whatever Spirit needs to tell you? I just don't want my kids to grow up. I'm one of those weird moms who don't like their kids growing up. I want them to stay babies forever. I want them to stay babies. That's all I want is my kids to stay babies. What does Miss Crystal need to know today? Let's see what you need to know, love. Isabel has her first field trip today, too. She was so excited because they get to ride the bus. And we don't live very far from our school, so a bus wouldn't even come to pick her up, even if I had to work. So if I had to work outside the home. So she's so excited to ride the bus, even though they're not going very far. But she's so excited. I'm like, will you be good? You listen? And I'm not as worried about her as I would be if it was Lily, because Isabel does not do strangers. So I hope she has fun. I was just it's so funny to hear her say she gets to ride the bus today. Their first field trip. They get to go see some farm animals for a field trip. Hi, my Donna. How are you doing, my dear? How are you feeling? I'm throwing cards everywhere here for you, Miss Crystal. Okay, Miss Crystal, the first thing I'm hearing, like when I see these cards, I instantly heard the thing from TikTok. I heard emotional damage. And before I heard that, I just felt exhausted. I feel tired. Like all these cards are showing it too. Miss Crystal, you are putting way too much effort into something. You are doing way too much work. Like you're putting all this work and this effort into something, and I just don't feel like, and it's showing me that it's not giving back. It's not giving back to you. I just feel like you're trying to work, so you're doing so much to help all these people or help this situation. And it's showing me this is where I got emotional damage, just because of all the water, and I could feel anxiety or something rising to the point where it just kind of, I feel like there's so much overwhelming stuff going on, and they're saying I just feel like we need to release it. I feel like I don't know if it's the month or if it's the moon. I don't know what moon's coming up, because the moon is not really, and the moon I will look up, but it's not really my thing. But I just feel like there's a lot of energy that we've had trapped lately. And I feel like, because a lot of the readings that I've been doing, I just feel like it's time to release old emotions, old ways that we're trying to push it. And I just feel like they want you to only allow positive in, because I feel like we're holding on as tight as we can, but we're just so exhausted. And again, they want you to see that light at the end of the tunnel. Have you felt like you've needed to like cry today, Miss Crystal? Like, I feel like if I just sit here and I have a good cry and I release it all out, I just feel like I would feel so much better. Because I just, like, for you, with all the energy and everything I'm feeling, I just feel like I want to sit and cry. And maybe if I sit and cry, maybe things would make sense. And I like that you have two cards though that are major arcana cards, so major changes are coming. But I like that it was the moon card and it's the Hierophant. And what these two for me have in common, because of the way I read cards, the way I read my cards, is, look at here, we have the light at the end of the tunnel. They want you to know that you're starting to see this path. You're starting to see through the emotions, the situations, and all of that you're looking for that inspiration. The past few days, I can totally feel it, because I just want to cry right now. And I have those moments too, with kids and significant others and anybody else who's in your life. Sometimes, sometimes I feel like that too. There are some mornings where I'm just like, it all hits me. Sometimes I just need to release it. And I feel like that's what we need to do, because I feel like there are some things that we are holding on to so tight right now. Are you trying to help somebody? I feel like I probably should know this, Miss Crystal, but I never remember. But I don't remember. Are you trying to help somebody fight a battle, or are you trying to help somebody see something different right now? Because I keep getting drawn to this Four of Pentacles in the middle in reverse, and it just makes me feel like we're holding on, we're trying so hard, but I don't feel like it's ours to hold on to, and that's why you're feeling so exhausted. And they're saying we need to and I feel like we need to refocus yourself. Okay. Okay, so that makes sense too. So, well, that all makes sense because I feel like we're holding on so tight and we're just so emotionally tired. Have you been having a lingering headache, Miss Crystal? I don't feel like you're getting. Are you? I'm trying to figure. I need to walk away from a person. Okay. It might be all the emotions that I'm feeling connecting with you, and all of a sudden my head has just a lot of emotions. Um, trying to figure out if I need to walk away from a person. Okay. So when it comes to this, as we know, it's up to you if you want to walk away from them or not. At the end of the day, no matter what we see, no matter what anybody tells us, at the end of the day, we decide if we want to walk away or not. But what the cards are showing you, my dear, is that we need to let go of old ways. We need to let go of old ways of thinking. We need to let go of what we know, and we need to clear out and listen to our intuition. We need to listen to what needs to come through, because the fire is still burning in there. Like the fire isn't put out when it's in reverse. But what I feel like is there's so much that is it the right way? I just feel like there's just so much going on that it's blocking you, and we're not able to focus on what we need to do. So I feel like we need to take some time for ourselves, and we need to find our own inspiration. We need to find our own love for ourselves. We need to try that. We need to get that love back. And what I see is I see this as your right now. I'm being told this is your higher self, and your higher self is trying to connect and tell you that it's time for you to love yourself, that we need to give our love to ourselves, that we have put ourselves on the line so much that they're saying this is the time for you to pick up yourself. And I know that's easier said than done. I know sometimes it's like, I know how hard sometimes it can be to start, being with ourselves. But this is saying that that you wear so much love, you give so much love. I feel like the connection that they're wanting you to make, that true love connection, that romantic connection, not really romantic, but that connection that we need right now, I'm being told it has to be with ourselves. Because I feel like, and I think that's why we're kind of feeling stuck and we're trying to figure out what to do, is because we need to let go of those other things. They're showing me the justice card, so they're saying they want you to know that when you're ready, that justice will be served, that things will come to light, harmony will come to light, that they're telling you that you will find your peace. But I still think that the only way we're going to find peace is when we give peace to ourselves. We have to give ourselves this love. We need to allow the balance. We need to balance things out and know that no matter what, that whatever cause and effect that's going on with relationships, or even the cause and effect with ourselves, that we are going to hold ourselves accountable, and we're going to make sure that we are more happy and that we have the ability to move forward and see better days. Hi, Miss Jeanette. How have you been, love? You do, and that's why I feel like you are very exhausted, and why they're saying we need to. I just feel like you need to pull away. Yeah, it's time to only wrap yourself with you, put your bubble up, and only allow good positive energy. And this is a time for you to center yourself, and it's time for you to get a victory. They want you to I feel like your sacral and your solar plex. They want you to work with your stomach. They want you to strengthen that, because they're saying, with that being, your creativity and your soul and your power and your sexuality, like all of that together, they're saying this needs to help you be able to make the steps to move forward. They want you to know that you have everything that you need within you, that you can make your place better, and that you don't have to allow everyone in. Some people may not be worthy of it. And if they're not worthy and if they have issues, they're showing their true colors. They're saying this is a time for you to feel confident. This is a time for you to make the decisions and the choices that you need to make, my dear, so you can feel successful and worthy and get a standing ovation or get the praise and the love from the right people that you deserve. I just feel like, and then I'm hearing Take Back My Life song. I feel like we need to listen to that song. They want you to see that. Like, I see all of those beautiful videos that they share on TikTok where people post and they show like how tired and the words and everything and how they feel. And then they give themselves, that love and attention, and they just brighten up. It's just time to, I just feel like we need to cut cords. And you know what? I know it's hard to cut cords and it's hard to make final decisions when we're wondering if we should cut somebody out of our life. And, the best thing that we can do is that what we can do is we can, that's why we have breaks. You know what? It might be good to take a break and be like, you know what? I'm going to go stay with a friend or a mom, or I'm just going to distance myself from you so I can clear my head, so I can see what I want to do. I just set up a whale watching trip from Mother's Day weekend. Ooh, to get me grounded again. Yes, and you need that. This is something that's really important. I feel like having this break and being able to and when you do go on this trip, my love, I want you, like, as you're walking out the door and as you're going, I want you to say, I leave any negative energy here and I send it back to the people. I want you to be in clear, positive energy to where you can really collect it. Good. I'm happy because I feel like you need the break. I feel like you just need to heal and clear your mind and be able to see. Sometimes we need to see which path we want to go on. So I do feel like the break is the best thing because we need to release those energies, release those cords, and being able to see, what we want. Sometimes we will see that, what, I did, like you might see as you're on your whale watching trip, I did this for myself. I did this. I deserve this, and I did it for me. Somebody else didn't do it. Somebody else didn't help me get here. I did this. And that's something that I want you to take pride in, that you're able to take care of yourself, that you're a strong, independent woman who's going to do what's best for you is what they want you to see. And that anybody who is going to, the thing that we always have to remember is when somebody comes into our lives, they're not, I don't, it's kind of like a bonus. You know what I mean? It's somebody who is going to kind of like if you're already sitting on a roller coaster going for the ride and somebody comes and sit next to you, they're along for the ride. You're not outdoing each other. You're not fighting. Like, it should just be a bonus. You know what I mean? Like, to help each other to get to the next goals. And that's what I feel like they really want you to see. They want you to see maybe if he was holding you back and seeing what your worth is. And again, I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say it on all my lives until it is known. Just like in the Disney movies, I don't believe that Disney tricked us. I feel like we tricked ourselves because sometimes we think we see a very handsome man and we think they're going to be Prince Charming. But not all handsome men are Prince Charmings. They don't know how to treat women. They don't know how to be a partner. They don't want to look like this or that and get away with this. We have to find somebody who is worthy to be our Prince Charming. We just have to wait a little bit longer than some of those princesses did. We have to be more picky. I feel like guys are really picky when it comes to women. They know certain things, and I feel like for some reason we just get so emotionally involved when it comes to love and to relationships, and when we see our friends getting married or our friends having babies, and we're like, okay, I want that too. So we do that without really paying attention sometimes to who we're doing it with. You know what I mean? We just don't want to be left out. But it's always best to make sure that they're adding to your life, not taking away from our life. They should always be adding value to your life, and you should be adding value to theirs. Okay? And I'm a big Disney person, so I can't believe that Disney tricked us. We'll never believe that. I just feel like sometimes we don't see things the right way, in which we don't. You are very welcome, my love. I want to see, I can't wait, so many pictures of the whales. That's going to be so much. And you know what? You know, that'd be cool for Lily. I think for her Battle the Books next year, I think, yeah, she has to read a book. It's called, well, they're orcas. I think they're the same, but in the same family. The Spirit of Springer, the real-life rescue of an orphan orca. So that'd be really cool. So you'll have to send me pictures so I can show Lily. So when she does read, she got a list of her Battle the books that she has to read over summer. I can show her those pictures, and I'm sure she would love to see that. I'm excited for you too, because I feel like when you release all that energy, you cut the cords, and you leave it there, and you're really enjoying yourself and seeing what you can do for yourself. I feel like it's just gonna clear some, like, where is it? Did I shuffle? Darn it, I shuffled. Darn it. Wanted to show you something. Let me find it. I just feel like it's gonna clear out those ways of thinking I wanted to show you on the card. How did I don't remember shuffling. See, I shuffle cards so much that sometimes I don't even know when I shuffle. There it is. That you'll clear all of these old things, and the way we think we have to do it, like all of these hooks and all of these thinkings will just kind of disappear. And then we'll just be left with our own fire. We'll be left with our inspiration. That's what they want you to do, my love. I think you will come out feeling so much stronger too, my love. You're very welcome. I enjoy being able to do this for you guys. I hate when it doesn't let me share. You're on the right path, dear. You're in charge. You know what you want. Just keep believing in yourself. I have to sneeze. Hello, Crystal. How are you? I feel like I have to sneeze. Spirit must be coming in. They always make me yawn and sneeze. I could feel it like at the tip of my nose. Leo. What's wrong, Leo? Oh, yeah? Come here, buddy. And if anybody else donates, let me know if you donated. Leo Luxor. Be nice. He's always barking at people. I don't know how to train him to stop. He's kind of on his own. You know, he likes to look out the window and he barks at absolutely everything, anything, and nothing. Like, there are times where he's like barking up a storm, and I'm like, what are you barking at? And I'll go look out the window, and there's nothing. Maybe a bird, but that's about it. But he usually when spirit is really strong for him, he'll come and sit in my office, and he'll hide under my legs, or he'll sit next to me to where he doesn't think they can see him. Usually he hides. I know when there's like a lot of people is when he come and hides by me and he's quiet. If he's quiet, then I know I know there's spirit in the room. I know when there is, but I know when there's more than he can handle. He comes and he just hides. And I'm just like, okay, sounds good, my dear. I can tell when it's too strong for him. He needs his mommy. I can tell spirits go through. Because I always yawn. It's like their way of entering through me, which I know sounds really weird. It's just they're trying to come through. It must be for Miss Crystal then. Because they're coming through. They're diving on in. I can feel it. I like when I have Miss Crystal, who did you want to talk to, my love? Your dad. Okay. Okay. So when he first comes in, my dear, I'm here, like, I feel like this, I don't know how to explain what I felt when he came in, but I was trying to think of a word, but I can't really do it. Like, I feel, he came through before and gave you a headache. Awesome! Maybe that was the headache I was having when I was reading the other crystal, because it went away after she said no. Maybe he came in too quickly. When he came in, I heard the song "I Believe I Can Fly," and what I got from that, I also when I heard that, the feeling that I felt is I felt like something peaceful. Like, I don't remember what we talked about last time when he talked, but like I felt like, a sense of peace, I guess, is the best way. No matter how he passed, I feel like, he wasn't upset, he's not angry. You know what I mean? I feel like he had some sense of peace of knowing that he's okay. um did he enjoy teaching things? Did he enjoy sports, Miss Crystal? Because I'm getting like he kind of like the sense that I'm kind of getting with him. I don't know. He kind of reminds me a little bit of like Coach Carter from that movie. Like I feel like kind of strict but loving, just trying to get. Like I feel like he enjoyed teaching something, or at least I could just be seeing the movie, but I feel like that he enjoyed giving lessons and teachings and stuff like that. Like I just felt like the way of him is he may have been hard on people in this life, but I feel like it's because he always pushed for them to have better education. Everything's going yellow. That he just wanted better and better and better for his family. Even the funeral director said he felt peace when he went into the room with him after he passed. Oh, that's so sweet. He was not a very good teacher, lol. He would try, but end up cussing and okay. I think there's okay. I kind of see where I was seeing the Coach Carter part, because I know there's a part in the movie where he tries to teach them and he tries to be like where he sees where they're failed, like when they were like, I don't know if you've seen the movie, but I know in the movie the part where like they get so excited about winning and they kind of rub in the face, and then the coach rubs it and hit in their face and be like, "Look at, I did that." I kind of see it like, but he did teach my husband and my brother a lot of carpentry things. Okay, that I felt like he was teaching something. Like there's something he liked to teach, something that he liked to help. Some parents don't have a lot of patience either, because I can say my dad has taught me a lot of things, but some of the things that I wish I would learn, he didn't have the patience for, and he just didn't know how. And sometimes with certain things, that's hard to teach. Like I did gymnastics pretty much my whole childhood, my teen years, and like my daughters are learning cartwheels. and she's kind of doing her cartwheel like around instead of above. I'm sitting here, I'm like, how do I teach her how to kick up? And I even coached it and everything. It's just some things I feel like are harder when they're your kids, because you see things differently. I don't know. He just made me feel something about teaching, and I just feel like he was really hard, but then he also tried to make sure people did what they needed to. I feel like he may have just lost his patience a little too much. He keeps bringing up education. Was that something that he tried pushing, Miss Crystal? Did he always like make you guys, did he always like push you to make sure that you did good on tests or that you were learning things? Because he's really big about knowledge right now, because everything's turning yellow, because he's showing me like when we have the right knowledge, new doors can open, new things can happen for us. He just makes me feel like there were some things that he went through. He showed me that there are things that he went through when he was younger that he tried to make sure that you guys didn't. That he just wanted different. He wanted different for you guys. He didn't want to see you guys struggle. No, he didn't for us, but my daughter just started hair school. Okay. Let's see what he's talking about then, because that's what he keeps pushing. I understand the struggle part. Okay. Okay. Is this something that you wish your father did? Is this something that maybe you have thought about before? Because this could be him coming through and saying that sometimes they're not very good at not that they're not good at communicating, that they learn. So I feel like, yes, we learn lessons here when we're on the earthly plane, but also when we pass and we have to review our life, we don't review our life through our own eyes. We review our lives with certain situations, like he's seeing things through your eyes and your brothers, you know what I mean, and your husbands and his wife and whoever. And I feel like he's seeing that could be something that he could that he was trying to do and that he just didn't know how. He had a bad childhood and never wanted us to have the same. Perfect. So that does make sense. The comments might be lagging a little bit. I don't know what it is about the office. I don't know how to turn my desk to make it better. But I feel like he just always wanted better. That's what he was showing. And I don't know if he was just saying like school and just making sure knowledge. And I don't feel like knowledge is just about like books. He just wants you guys to be aware and just making sure. I feel like he's a little bit more, he's trying to be more, I don't know why I'm hearing cautious about certain things. He just wants to make sure you guys are okay, but he doesn't want to overstep his boundaries. When your daughter, like when she gets closer to finishing school, he makes me feel like, that when she applies or places where she trains at, if they do that, I know some places you have to go and you get to practice. I don't know if she does that, but he's showing me that she'll have either three offers or three places where she'll want to go. And he's saying, he makes me feel like he doesn't want her to take the easy out. And what he's showing me is, I feel like he's making me feel like he doesn't want, he's saying it's up to her at the end of the day, but he's saying the best place for her to go, he says he knows it starts off rough. She does have three places in mind. Perfect. That's what he's showing. Like, I feel like he wants her to go to a place where, like, she can build her own clientele. Like, I don't feel like he wants her to go. He's saying not to go to a place where, like, walk-ins are welcome and whoever's open gets it. like he's showing me that it, like, he knows the struggle, it could be a little bit of a struggle to start off when it comes to clientele. He goes, but with your own clientele and your own business, he goes, you can be more in charge of what to charge somebody and what, how much you make and stuff like that. He just makes me feel like it would be better for her to be able to rent out a chair and build up some clientele, or, you know, even if they offer walk-ins and she starts off with that, but as long as she gets to be able to do her own thing, he's showing me that at the end of the day that that's going to be better, because he's showing me with this world, with the way prices and the way the cost of living is, he's like, he just wants her to be able, he's saying he just wants her to be able to survive, to be able to have that ability to fluctuate. Does that make sense? He's showing me that he just wants her to kind of be her own mini boss. I don't know if any of those three places that that she's picking from, because he showed me three. He wants her to be able to be more of her own boss, to be able to support, make sure she can support herself. Because we know the world's crazy. We go from $5 of gas. Gas has gone down a little bit and everything like that. Yes, it makes sense. He's always been bossy. Dads, man. Sounds like something my dad would probably say too. Which he says, and he's still with me. It's something that he would tell my child. Miss Crystal, do you like to dance, or have you wanted to go out dancing, or is this just needing a night away? Like, I don't know why, but it reminds me of like my younger days when we would go to like the clubs and stuff like that, and being able just to be free and not have so much on your mind. He also hated my hair. I enjoy dancing, but I'm not good at it. I'm not good at it either, but I'm seeing it like just being able to get out and not having any worries. Like, I just like, I'm seeing just to be able to move and be able to have like this, like nothing weighing on your mind. Like, he just makes me feel like this has come. I don't know if that's come across your mind or just the way that it's coming to me. It could be. I just feel like you need, it reminds me of like the mom's night out. I just feel like, but I just feel like you need to escape. I feel like I don't know, I just feel like, I don't know if somebody's nitpicking at you too, but I just feel like, you know, this is pulling me this way, pulling me that way, and then there's these little things that keep like eating at you. Yeah, that's probably the way I feel like somebody's nitpicking. Like, I just feel like we're being pulled so many ways, and I feel it within my head. Like, I feel like we need to escape. So that might be why I feel that. Miss Crystal, do you know what your zodiac sign is? Hi, Miss Jen. How are you, my dear? You're an Aries. Okay, so this is probably, you need to go outside, my dear. Being an Aries, and if you're stuck inside, I think that's why it seems like it's kind of making it worse. Because that's probably why you're feeling that way too. You need to go outside and you need to ground. Okay, you're an Aries. Aries needs to be outside. I know you guys are a fire sign too, but you guys need the air. I feel like you need to go outside and ground. Because I was trying to decide if you needed to go outside or if you needed a to go soak in a tub, and I felt like we needed to go outside and breathe. Miss Jen, you can get 10 tarot cards for $15, or you can do a mediumship for 20. We need to go outside. We need to go outside. We need to breathe. You're an Aries. It should feel good to you, Miss Crystal. I don't like the heat either, but I can't handle the heat either. But we need to go outside and ground and you need to release. I know it's hot. Summer is not my favorite thing either, but you need to, I feel like you just need to ground. Like when I'm inside too much too, like if I'm working a lot and dealing with whatever I'm dealing with, I get a certain way, and I know if I don't go outside and ground and take in that fresh air that I'm never going to leave the house. You need to go outside. Aries need to be outside. They need to breathe. I know it's hot, but we need to go outside. You need to ground. That's all I keep hearing is you need to ground, you need to ground. I'm in Louisiana, so we have mosquitoes and horseflies and snakes. Oh my goodness. We have flies. We don't have mosquitoes yet. And I haven't seen a snake. We had all winters last week. We had winter, fall, spring, and summer, probably autumn. We probably had any weather that you could think of last week, and it was crazy. But we need to ground, even if it's for like 2 minutes or 5 minutes. We need to go outside at least 5 minutes, at least in the morning and at night, to try to just release some of that. I just feel so much energy, and that we need to heal. He's saying you need to go outside and release. And I feel like, and if you do that, and just even if you go outside and put your feet in the ground, they're showing me, and you just saying, I release any energy that isn't serving me. I give it back to sender, return it, and just being able to put it in the grass and feel that remove. I feel like it's going to make you feel better. We need to be able to sit outside for a few minutes. I always say that's probably why I have a dog. So he makes sure, because since we moved here, this is what I do full time. And since it's pretty much inside, he makes sure I go outside and ground, because I'm not a big shoe person. So I'll go outside in the grass with him and ground and stuff like that. So I always think having a dog, but you need to go outside is what he's showing me. And he's saying he's not saying it to be bossy. He's saying it because it's gonna help you clear your mind. It's gonna help you be able to relax, like to calm and everything a little bit. Does somebody like to garden, Miss Crystal? Miss Jen, you are next, my dear, after I finish Miss Crystal. Who likes to garden? Okay, because he was showing me a garden, and I was seeing like he wasn't showing me like flowers blooming, but I saw them bloom, but I see them really healthy. Like I was seeing all of this, and I keep hearing this beautiful green thumb, and he's showing me all this green, this like just a green thumb. He wants you to know that he's seen that. He's like, take a walk around there and see how awesome it is, just to ground. But he's showing me how he has a green thumb, and it's really pretty, because he's showing me things are growing and have grown, but they just seem really healthy, that they're doing good. And he says that he's pretty proud. He said that's pretty cool. Me, I don't have a green thumb. My husband even tried getting me an aloe plant, and I still killed that. You only have to water it like once every few weeks, and I still over watered it and killed it. But he's showing me that he just seems like it's cool. Like I don't know if that's not something he had either, but he's showing me that the garden's pretty cool. Is what I'm hearing in a guy's way. Were there times that you tried talking to him, Miss Crystal, and it never seemed like he listened to you? Oh my gosh, I kill everything too. And it's so funny because my mom has plants and gardens like everywhere in their house. Like her house could be like a forest, I feel like almost. And she has the biggest green thumb ever, and I can just look at a plant and I swear it dies. He makes and he was telling me that you tried talking to him and it was like he wasn't listening. And he says when he looks back at that, he shows me like I don't know. He makes me feel like he wasn't. I know this is gonna sound weird, but he says when he goes back to that, he doesn't remember those moments, and he's saying that he wonders if this is that this was a lesson for you, in a way, a lesson for him. Because I feel like they're both lessons that you guys had to learn together, but I feel like they were complete opposite lessons. Because he says like he's shown me like some of like the heavier ones that like when you tried and then if you started fighting, like he keeps showing me he's like he's like I don't know where I was in these moments. I just feel like he just doesn't feel like he was fully present for some of this. I don't know if it has to do with I don't think it has to do complete like if he may have drank or whatever, but I don't feel like that's what he's talking about. I just feel like spiritually, I feel like there were things that were zoned out because he wasn't supposed to listen or something. Does that even make sense? I just feel like these lessons, and sometimes I don't know, which I can understand because my husband's like, I tell you this, I told you that. I'm like, you haven't told me anything, and I swear he doesn't tell me anything. We had an argument not long before. Yeah, and he just makes me feel like he just doesn't remember some of these moments. And he's saying that he is sorry for this. He's showing me he's like I just don't know how we got there. I feel like, you know, some things that you guys went through, he just never knows why you got where you were and why things happen. He just doesn't understand. He's saying that he knows that he did some things wrong and he just dropped the ball. He's saying he was a bad driver. I don't know. And I don't know if he means like if he's cracking a joke that he was a bad driver too in general or if he was just there. Yeah. Yeah, that might have been it because like he shows me like now he doesn't know where he was. Yes, he was a scary driver. Like I see him driving and he's like I was a bad driver and I didn't know which way to take that. So that was supposed to make you giggle after having sometimes they make jokes after throwing something serious out. Men are funny. It's so funny. I kind of do that with my husband because he drives so slow. He's probably a better driver than I am, but he's not here. Yeah, don't tell him I said that, but he just drives so slow sometimes. I just can't handle it. He always says I'm an awful driver, so I guess I can. I don't know. I think I drive worse with him. He just I feel like he's showing me that he tries to support you now and that he tries to be there because he does know that he wasn't there. He wasn't there in the ways that he should have been all the time. So I feel like there are moments where he tries to help. So like if a small abundance or something small happens, I feel like he tries to pull through. And he's saying that he has learned a lot He said he has his own bucket list. I don't know what that means. He's showing me like bucket list checked off, and he's saying that he already knows what he wants to do better in his next life. And he says he thanks you for all that you taught him in this life, even if no, they weren't easy and not everything ended the way it should have. Okay. He's putting his seatbelt on, and he says he's got to go. He's so funny. I think he's getting emotional sometimes. Like I know, I can feel like some emotions coming through, and he's just like, "Okay, it's time to go." He's funny. They crack me up. Like he made me feel like he said his piece, he said what he needed to say, and then he was gone. I've never had him actually just kind of be like, "Okay, I'm good," and just walk out. He was done. He always pushed imaginary brakes. That's so funny. That's so funny. I love it. Miss Jen, who did you want to talk to, my dear? Just in case it is lagging so I can see your comments. That's so funny, Miss Crystal. You know, I could feel like, I feel like there's a lot of things that he worked on that he's still working on above. I feel like I feel like he still reviews some things and he's still trying. I feel like there's certain parts throughout his whole life that there are certain things that he is still that he's going back and learning from. So I feel like I do hear that he will be there whenever it is your turn, that he will be there for you. And I feel like it's going to take him some time before he has another life. I just feel like there are some things he needs to get himself together and find the right people for the next life. Your brother. Okay. Oh, my breathing went down a lot, Miss Jen. My throat feels kind of weird. I feel a hard time breathing. Feel tired, feel exhausted, I feel weak. I keep seeing the number 4. I don't know if the number 4 March means April or if he was one out of 4 siblings. Unless he had 4 children too. But he showed me the number 4. The number 4 might have a couple of meanings because it's a really solid 4. So sometimes when I see him really solid, there's a couple of things that go with that number. 1 out of 4 sisters. Okay. Feel something like did he have issues with his lungs, Miss Jen? Like I don't know, my lungs just feel like I'm trying to breathe, and I feel like I'm trying to that he fought. I just feel like we're fighting so hard to breathe, or to feel like he tried to fight this. Like I could feel it, and I feel like, okay, we can make it through this. I feel a lot of emotions. You were 2 months premature. Okay. Lungs not fully developed. Okay. I don't know if this is my knee pain or if this is his knee pain. I ran out of anxiety chewies for Leo, and they're not going to be here till the 29th. And I didn't really think it did that much of a difference. But when Leo stresses me out, my body hurts. So I don't know if this is me or him, but my left knee is killing me all of a sudden. Hi, Miss Stacy. Miss Stacy, guess what? I get my hair done in May. I'm going to have some red in my hair in May. I finally talked to my hairstylist into doing it. So I was like, how much gray do I have to have for you to do my hair red? And she was like, okay, what do you want done? And I showed her. She's like, well, do it now. She goes, well, just do it. I'm like, good. So in a few weeks, how many weeks? Sorry, Miss Jen. I got really excited because Miss Stacy for the longest time was the only one who would ever want to do my hair. So like 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, I'm going to have new hair. I'm so excited. About 2 weeks. Your right knee is killing you? Okay. I might be. Sometimes when I face the computer and you guys come in, sometimes I feel like I mirror you. All of a sudden, my knee was hurting. So that might be you I'm feeling. So I'm like, is this me? This might be me. All of a sudden, I felt a lot of knee pain. And I was blaming the dog because the dog has just been up my butt. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what he's showing me. He wasn't like a firefighter or something like that, Miss Jen, was he? Like, I'm trying to figure out what he's showing me. Like, I feel like there is something. I don't know if he was trying to climb or if he was on top of something. Like, I just feel like he's showing me this thing of him holding on or this could be somebody holding on. And I see somebody holding on tight to something, trying really hard. But that he keeps showing it to me, and I don't know what that message really is. I see somebody holding on tight and trying not to fall and trying to survive. Okay, didn't make it past 3 days of life. Okay, like I see like the fighting so hard, and he just makes me feel like he tried so hard. Okay. Maybe that's why, like, I feel like, because, like, I see him really white, like, white light, and then I feel like I see him, then I feel like he walked through the door. Like, just walking, like a door, like, walking through, like, the light. He shows me he likes to send you, he makes me feel like he sends you birds or feathers. Like, I feel like he likes things to come in front of your face. I feel like he likes getting your attention, Miss Jen. Like, I see things like swooping down in your face, getting your attention and stuff like that. Like, I feel like when you're too focused on something or when you're doing something, he just comes and he's like, boom, you need to stop this, or you need to look a different way. Hi, Miss Sandy. How was your birthday? I don't know. I just feel like I feel like he does like brotherly tricks on you too, Miss Jen. Like, I feel like he's trying. I feel like when you're too focused on some things, I feel like he comes in and tries to like either make something fall over, or if you're outside, like, I just feel like he likes to distract you or try to make you see things differently. I'm doing good, Miss Sandy. How have you been? So excited. It's so exciting. The light flickers. Yeah, like I'm seeing things like swooping and things like, maybe that's why I keep seeing lights too. Like, I just keep seeing like white lights, everything like that. I just feel like he tries to distract you. Dragonflies. I just see things like flying in front of your face. My brother comes as dragonflies too. When you're out and about and when you're doing things, I don't know, he's talking about you being on a mission. And I don't know what mission you're on. I don't know if he's just saying when you're out and you're like focused and concentrating at the store or at work, are there times where like you look over your shoulder and because it feels like somebody's following you, or somebody, like I feel like I'm being followed or I'm being watched? Well, thank you, Miss Sandy. I hope you have been well. And I do hope that your birthday was awesome. Hi, handsome. What are you doing? You're being such a good boy. Are you a good boy? Oh, big boy sweaties. What's wrong? Okay. Because he makes me feel like he's always standing behind you, and he's saying, like, I feel like he's always behind you to your left. So if it ever feels like that, he's saying that's just him. Like, I feel like he follows you around. I don't know, he just that big brother mentality or whatever it's called. Like, I just feel like he's always one step behind you and watching you. I feel like he just enjoys seeing what you do throughout the day. It also reminds me of, like, is that a movie? Let me think of what that is. Like, I don't know. Like, it just reminds me of, like, he does these protection things to you. What does he think of the guy I'm dating? Ooh, yeah, I noticed when I did lives last week in my living room, and the comments came up a lot faster. I don't know what the wall does. but I see it. It just lags a lot. What does he think of the guy I'm dating? I heard that he's better than the last one. And I feel like this one's a little bit more open. Is he more open with his emotions and his feelings? And he's showing me like that you guys have a better connection as well. Oh, you're fine, Miss Sandy. Oh, bless you, Miss Sandy, dating a Scorpio man. That's a lot of hard work. Hopefully he's a good Scorpio. I dated a Scorpio once, and I can say they can be addicting, and I was so happy. Our junior year, his parents moved to Colorado. That was probably the best thing that ever happened, even though I hated it and I was so upset. But that Scorpio needed to go. Yeah, so that's what he's showing me. Like, I feel like this one is like, I feel like he can't, like, he's saying this one's a lot better. He's showing me that this one cares. This one wants to be there. Like, I feel like he wants to be by your side, is what he's showing me. I just see, he's telling me that this one's a lot better. And he's saying that he approves of him so far, that he has a good track record. Yes, us water signs can be cray. We can be cray. Yeah, definitely was not that healthy teenage relationship. I can say that. Um, I don't know. He does like this one better. He's saying that he's still gonna be your brother and be very protective of you, but he shows me that this one is a little bit more open, and he's not scared to tell you like how he feels. He's not scared to like, I don't know, like he's not like, I feel like there are some things too, Miss Jen, that maybe he's changed a little bit of because it's you. Like, I shared a video today. I don't know if you saw it because I really pulled to it. It must have been for you because I keep seeing it playing over and over again in my head. And I love this video. And I know some people might disagree with it, But you know what? I feel like it's true because here it's the last thing I shared on my Facebook. Here, I'll just play it. Oh.
All men can change, and all men will change. But there's only one woman that we're going to change for. It's just one. We don't change for all women. We only change for one woman. If he ain't changing, it's because you ain't the woman. So I tell women this all the time.
And I feel like that's like and I can show you too. Like if you go to my Facebook, Miss Jen, and you scroll up, that's the last thing I shared. I love Steve Harvey too. I know a lot of people hate Steve Harvey, but when he does videos and he has things like that, I love how spiritual he is and the messages that he comes. But that I saw that and I agree with it. You know, like some people do change, some don't, but it has to be for the right one. And I feel like he's changed. Like I feel like he's changed and adapted differently being with you, Miss Jen. Like I feel like, you know, he may not have, I don't feel like he was as open and as concerned about his significant other as he has been with you so far. I'm a water sign too. I'm very emotional. And my favorite thing is, and you know, I used to make fun of my mom for crying so much, but I cry so much. And I blame it on being a Scorpio and being a mom. But I see that. I see that you're the one who has made him a better person. So I think and I hope and I send all the love that this relationship continues to blossom. He is a fire sign. I can see that being a good thing though. That's good because you kind of not only do you ground him, but you also make like being a water sign, you're teaching him how to get in touch. You teach him how to be in touch with his emotions too, Miss Jen. I always feel like fire and water signs would be really good. You know, sometimes water signs need to put out their fire so they can see things in a new way, so they can ground and balance. And then with the fire, they kind of pull us up. Like I do that with Isabel. There are times where when I get stuck, my youngest is a fire sign. And certain things, she like pulls me out and makes me see things. Yeah, it's a good balance. Like there's certain things that I know that I have to do when I need it. I go to my fire sign. Or if I really just need the cuddles and the grounding and releasing emotions, usually Lily helps me with that, you know. My kids do different things for me. I can't go to my husband because he's a water sign too. So, I don't know. We're just a bunch of emotional stuff. Oh, that is so cool. Yeah, I don't know. He's showing me the things. Oh, I thought Leo came over here. He's showing me yeah, he approves. He likes the way this is working out. Has there been any talk or has there been like a joke floating around about you guys moving in together, Miss Jen? Because he keeps showing me that he wants to help support. And it keeps looking like he's holding a roof up. I don't know what that means. Leo, what are you doing, handsome? What are you sniffing? Goofy. Let's see. So if that does come up, he makes me feel like he doesn't want you to hesitate because I feel like he'll be very good at wanting to support and wanting to help. Like I feel like it's that like if you guys, when you get to the point, if he wants you guys live together, he's showing me that it's going to be harder for you than it is for him, because he's going to want to be the provider. He's going to want to take care of you. And he says that you're going to have to learn how to be taken care of, because I feel like you've always taken care of everybody else, and so used to being in, like, it's not going to take away your independence, but I just feel like it's going to show, it's just going to be about that love and about him appreciating and stuff like that. I feel like your brother likes to play jokes on your parents. Like, I don't like, he makes me feel like he turns lights on for them as well. Like, I feel like he opens the cabinets. Like, I feel like, if your mom is yells like, why'd you leave this open? Why is this? And your dad's like, I didn't do that. Or if it's even vice versa, I feel like I see him chuckling, and he's like doing like little devil horns. He's showing me, and I feel like he's just messing with them all. He's kind of funny. Did you guys used to play like jacks or something like that when you were little? Like, I'm seeing kids sitting around, and I'm seeing like the jacks, like the ball bouncing and collecting things. I just like I see like them, like, like things in it, and that he just laughs because they think it's each other, and it's your brother just messing with them. When we were kids, we did stuff in our old house. Okay. He shows me when it comes to your dad, I feel like does your dad have a special chair or a special place in the house where he likes to hang out right now? Because he makes me feel like there's a certain thing that your dad does every day that's like his thing, and he shows me that he just hangs out with him. Like, I don't know if it's like a garage or just a certain like chair, but he shows me that he goes like wherever your dad goes. I just feel like to hang out, to unwind, or whatever. He just shows me like him hanging out with him, and he even makes me feel like he makes his own swing, and he just sits there and chills with him in the basement. Yeah, he just shows me him sitting with him. Oh, daddy's home. I hear Leo crying. That's a daddy's home cry. He shows me that. He just shows me him doing that. So if he ever, I don't know. Your mom, I'm hearing like he's showing me your mom doing dishes, or your mom doing like some house chores, and her mumbling to herself. And he's saying that sometimes in that, even like, she doesn't really know what she's like. I just feel like she's having a conversation with him, and she may not know it, because I feel like she gets into the right zone, because he's showing me that he really connects with her when she's doing chores, especially something about dishes. Like, I see them talking to each other. Sometimes that's harder for people. Sometimes they don't know how, or it's just sometimes there might be times where he does, but then he pushes it out. Sometimes like it comes in and it makes them nervous, so they block it. So they block it out. I feel like he tries. Then that's probably why he doesn't feel them. And I'm sure you know that. When our vibrations are low, when we're upset and we're depressed, and we have all of those emotions and those feels, it's so much harder for us to feel them. Hi, Miss Kathy from Canada. How are you? Hey. Once he pulls himself a little bit out of it, Miss Jen, he should feel something. I'm hearing he has to pull himself up, and I feel like it's work that he has to do. He blames himself for a few things, and I feel like he just needs to do it. Hey, there's motion at my front door again. Husband finally put our ring back up. It's so funny. That's so cool. We had to find our charger for it. But he makes me feel like I feel like your dad's has some shadow work that he's going through. There's some things that he blames himself on. There's some things that that really sits in his head, and when he releases those and he allows himself to heal, I feel like he'll get better, Miss Jen. You'll be okay, Miss Kathy. I'm hearing this is a time for you I feel like you needed to move forward. You'll be okay. Take this time to raise yourself up and take this time to allow something brand new to come into your life. So, and as you know, we know that people grieve differently, and I feel like his grieving, Leo Luxor, is just a little bit longer, and it's just he's taking it harder. You know, I live with one of those too. So I know how it feels, and I know because you're spiritual too that you want to help and heal them, and I wanted to do the same thing, but if we're not meant to do it, they have to do it themselves. And it's hard. And it's hard sometimes for us when we know and we see and we feel things. It's hard for us not to be able to help them. It's just that lesson they have to do themselves. You know what? Sometimes I feel that way. Like my dad, I think, went through that too, Miss Jen. My mom miscarried my brother, so I never met my brother, but I've seen him. I've seen and heard him since I've been like, I don't even know how old I was when he passed. I think I was about Lily's age. I think I was a little bit older. I was somewhere between 7 and 10. I have no idea how old I was. But it was hard, and I feel like my dad went through a lot, and like if I found something or I brought up, he would shut down because that was his only boy. That would have been his only boy too. They take. I think sometimes some men take things harder than that, and wondering what could have been, wondering when all of that, and it's hard. Yeah, his only boy. I understand that. My husband, not my husband, my dad went through the same thing. And, it took, it took him just now, pretty much last year, I would say he's a little bit more open to it. He started seeing things and, seeing signs in that. And I feel like he's a little bit more, open about it. And I can talk about, certain things about saying brother, saying Zach, and he gets it. Oh, I used to see him all the time. I've seen him since I was little, and I even feel like I got to still see him grow up because he would get bigger and stuff like that. And I understand how you feel too, Miss Jen, when it comes to that. Of course they are, Miss Kathy. You are very welcome, Miss Jen. I send you big hugs and loves, and I'm really excited about the relationship, seeing where that goes. That makes me excited. Is anybody else thinking about donating for a reading today? I have time for one more. If anybody wants a reading, let me know if you're going to donate. Miss Sandy, so that makes sense. Are you a Taurus? No, you're not a Taurus. What are you, Miss Sandy? My brain's not making me do it. Are you an earth sign? Why is my brain being weird? Or wait, what did I just? I can't even remember. What is by Tauruses? What is before? I feel like you're a Taurus. What are you? Or were you something else? I know you just had a birthday, but then I couldn't remember if your birthday was like one of those on the cusp or not. So I was like, wait, she's a Taurus. Wait, maybe she was one of those cusp babies. I'm a cusp baby. And it's funny because I'm on the cusp of being a Scorpio or I can be a Sagittarius. But what's funny is I am both because my sun is Scorpio and my moon is Sagittarius, and my birthday is on the 22nd. So some astrology says I'm a Scorpio and some says I'm a Sagittarius. I think with you being an earth sign, I feel like that's what balances you and your boyfriend together because you're able to pull him up and ground him. And I think that helps because I feel like that is my, like when I'm with Lily grounds me. Lily relaxes. Lily helps me with my emotions. And I feel like that's something you probably do with him. Yeah. Like, I love my kids, my girls so much, but I know there's certain things, that I have to do with them that helps me be able to be a better mom. Like, if I, like, me and Isabel can be very emotional, and she's a Sag. So like between her fire and most of my fire, we just kind of explode sometimes. So certain things I have to be careful with them. Oh, that's awesome. So that's a good balance. So that is a good balance because you have air and some fire too. So you guys have it's pretty rounded. I love it. I love it. It's funny, my husband's a Cancer and both of the girls I think it's their risings, I believe it was. Both of their risings are Cancer. So we have a lot of emotion in this house. We have a lot of emotions. Their rising is or is it their moon? I know they both have either the same moon or they have the same rising. I can't remember, but I know they both have Cancer. I think it's rising. I don't remember. I can't keep it straight. I have the worst memory. I can't keep everything in my head. Thank you, Miss Sandy. Well, I hope everybody has a great day. I'm going to go get ready to get my girls and hear about Isabel's field trip today. If anybody needs anything, shoot me a message. I will see you guys tomorrow. I've talked to Sue a little bit. She was on my live. She actually came on my live a few weeks ago. I got to see her and I've talked to her and stuff like that. She's doing okay. She's still doing the work. She hasn't been doing lives and that. I think within a few months she'll be able to I don't know. I think within time she'll be back. Same for you, Miss Kathy. I make sure you like and follow the page if you don't already. And I will see you guys tomorrow. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye.